find their form again. We've got a heck of a competitive Counter-Strike. Forget what some other people have said about how loud that. He took 10 damage and still found 2 kills. Contact is going to be made at the mid doors. Glaive the one to do so. Flashed off though when he crossed and no one peeking. So spotting, not a lot of information. Dupree's going to get it instead, and oh, get it, he will. Down to 10 HP. They want to pounce on that, but the problem is that Glaive prevents them, or does he, from doing so, because inside a CT spawn, he finds the first kill, but Device gets him back immediately after. Magisk holds off though, you gotta give him credit. Back inside of the window, 80 HP, he has to be perfect because Dupree's in closet and doesn't have anything to work with. There's no damage dealing utility, in fact none at all left now as Olaf goes down. So he's safe from everything but bullets, and he may not even need to fire any. His teammates doing the work for him. Nico gone. Device gives Astralis round number 1.
Well, there we go. We didn't see the P250, so the mid-split look as we'll get the flashbangs out. He's going to fully commit to this one. Out he goes, but he's completely blind. Will he be taken down? The damage is inflicted, but they can't do too much.
I'm surprised he lives, because they weren't blinded on the other side from what I could tell. Instead, it was just utility and scramble. They couldn't have time to get a shot toward him. Xyp9x gets inside of the pit, MP9 in hand. Device and Glaive will support it. There's 2, however, at the dumpster. If they wanted, they could boost right now.
Great utility usage here from Astralis, just segregating those 2 players, boosted to the blue bin. The SMG is doing a lot of work here. Glaive, he's jumping at the bit, getting involved in this one, but Olafmeister will pull one back.
And Xyp9x may only have an MP9. He was aware that they could boost, that 2 had gotten there, so he was watching for Glaive in case they wanted to go over the top. Unfortunately, Glaive went down by getting a little too aggressive on the peak, and I think Xyp9x might be in for a bit of trouble here. Dupree's going to have to be perfect again with the M4. Unfortunately for him, Magistic's gone. He has to do it all. He might! Xyp9x, with the assist from Dupree, is able to get it with the MP9. Bomb goes down at the long cave, and Cold's got to flank around. They've got to be aware of this, but Dupree's the one with the rifle, and he gets inside of the pit. He's already looking at the range.
Yeah, it's a great setup here. coldzera, yes, he's got the advantage with that scope, but it's still such a difficult shot here. Luckily, he has got enough time to work with. Brings out that scope. First kill's going to be his. Oh, he doesn't actually connect. This could be a problem now. Ducking and weaving, trying to avoid the headshot here. Xyp9x still in the open, has got the rifle at this point, but coldzera needs to be precise. He can't find it, and that's a big round for Astralis to pick up.
And Xyp9x actually switched.
The utility, the technicality from that round of Astralis. They knew they didn't have the firepower. They had to segregate the teams. You can see the smokes, the molotovs landing in those long doors. It's making it so difficult to back things up.
Great position. Run boost across mid. This will be okay, well, fair enough. Not if he's not standing there. I was going to say he's still spottable from where he was standing on that angle, but would have been hard to imagine him hitting the shot. I say that, but these guys are so damn good and so fast that people do things like that all the time. And yet I'm still amazed at how fast they are. Rain gets taken down. Headshot through the edge of the door. And again, Astralis have the opening pick.
Yeah. And they'll fall right back at this point, take the advantages where you can find them. Faze, they were the ones struggling at that yesterday, being a little bit too aggressive. That's one hell of a nade. That's going to do a boatload of damage towards Nico. Down to 32, an incendiary to follow it up for good measure as well. They've got themselves one massive advantage here on the Astralis side. They are not slowing down at all.
It's an interesting Molotov to be thrown after that nade, because with the amount of damage done, you'd expect someone in middle waiting for the player who's already weakened by the nade to be backing out, but no one was. It would be a great setup if they had someone just holding that angle. Either way, they're set for a 3-2 defensive split and 2 inside of B. Hence why no one was at the doors as Magisk fires back inside of the smoke. No one directly in front of him. There is now. Brokey gets hit, so does Cold. In fact, Cold goes down, and Magisk isn't done there. Steps out for more. Olaf finally silences him, and fair play. He finds Dupree as well, but still a 1-on-3, 15 seconds. Bomb down inside of the site, and an op that I don't imagine is going to be easy to save. He could go back out toward T-spawn.
Yeah, he looks like he's safe to do that. 5 seconds, has to give in. A couple of nice shots there from Olafmeister, but the only kills found, Magus completely destroys them. Once again, Matt,
tweet me if you can hear me coughing, and I will try not to slowly die. All cast. It'll be fine.
What a great job from Dupree. I love the discipline as well. He doesn't go for a second kill there. Magus, a master of the B-bomb site, and it's so deadly. If you get that creep on the CT side, it's even stronger. Holding angles, having the scope, and speaking of headshots, there we go. It's Olafmeister, but Dupree answers straight back. They can't hold on to these advantages at all. Locked out by the utility once again. Brokey has to put the brakes on towards short. 4-on-4, they're heading towards long, but it's only that UMP in the hands of Nico yet to score a frag.
Yeah, surprising. Yeah, yesterday he certainly looked great. Glaive, you're right, is looking for information. Astralis always seem to know. They have an intuition about them on when to do this. And I say intuition because it's not like they've got a lot of information on the map. Look how passive they are, and yet he's able to push without contact all the way to T-spawn.
Yeah, that's actually pretty massive for him. Now they can really focus towards the A side of the map. He's confirmed that B's clear. It's taking a bit of a risk. Of course, they could rotate towards lower, but they need to try and find advantages here. Be a little bit surprising for them. He's going to find, maybe 2 players here. Nico just rotates out of long, picks up the AK-47 here. If they fall back to that position, Glaive's going to absolutely destroy them. This could be happening right now. They're not going to be checking this at all. First one comes in for Glaive, looking for the double kill, takes down the bomb. Can't find the third, but that should be the round. 45 seconds remaining now. They have to pretty much commit towards A, both players towards those long doors. Great stuff from Glaive.
That was fantastic, and that's demoralizing if you're Faze. Sure, they responded fast, but they never expected his presence. It does somehow sit in my mind that this is still possible with the AWP. Cold's going to jump across. He's got a great but device! My God! I say they surprise me with their speed. He hits a run boost and closes the round. Oh my! They just wanted to bait the op, and he absolutely destroys them.
It was a 4-on-4. He didn't necessarily have to push, but he felt like it was a safe bet. No one there, all the way around, and he tucks himself in as well. He doesn't push towards top or middle. He's just ready and waiting. They have no idea. All they can do is, with their knives out, is jump and hope he misses a shot, but he is absolutely spot on there.
It's just the only one inside of the site, but with pistols, they don't elect to actually push all the way in. Glaive, though, look at this again. He's just everywhere. Ooh, a bit awkward. As soon as he starts to miss the spray on the M4, that gives Baroki a chance to come back out and capitalize. Could have been cleaner. Might have found all 3 if it were. I suppose that's a John Maddenism. If it were better, he would have gotten all 3. Yeah, okay, fair enough, dude.
Well, they pick up an M4A4, but Baroki, he swallowed a grenade in the process. He's down to 56 points of health. Nico has got armor as well, but he's very well versed. The Deagle might as well keep him on that weapon. And for now, 4 versus 3. Waiting for any sort of CT aggression or mistakes, but Astralis, they're not making any of those today. This is looking so good for them. They're not going to feed Faze and start getting them back into the game here. Bit of mistiming there from Device, but he's still got plenty of backup from Zipex towards CT spawn, so they're fine just to fire off some shots towards his middle doors.
Device, good position. Not quite as accurate this time on the flick. Nor that. But he has the information that they're working up toward Catwalk, and as such, they get ready inside of A. They'll play passive. Use that range to their advantage. Dupree on an op. And we saw this yesterday. It seems that bomb is falling down towards CT spawn so many times. I mean, look, it's a fact of the map. You get hit with the right momentum moving forward, it's going to happen. But usually, I would say, if you're coming in with the bomb on this angle, try and hold the back wall. Situational, sure. Olaf does still have a 1-on-3 to work with. Has an M4, no armor, however.
Great stuff from Zipex. He knows the bomb's down towards CD spawn. With 14 seconds, he's got no time to go towards B. He has to collect the bomb, then make his way up the A ramp, and at this stage, he's going to go down. Zipex ready and waiting.
And that bait from Magisk was strictly so that Zipex knew he could peek.
Yeah. We just saw him get a couple there. Got 2 of the all before when the round was over. He got an opening pick before. This time not as successful. Looking for the cross towards short is Dupree, but flashbangs were coming through. I did say, Matt, as soon as things go wrong, they'll start pushing through the mid doors. Just trying to cause chaos here. Rain gets close, but hasn't committed just yet. Oh dear. Not good enough.
Not at all. Nico is just having an absolute mare.
Yeah,
0, 2, and 8.
He's rattled.
I think they all are, to be fair. Cold 0, we talked about them being the duo, playing off of each other potentially. 1 and 7. Rain, 1 and 7. Brocky, 2 and 7. Poor Olaf's going to be wondering where the rest of his team is.
Yeah, this is just looking quite woeful from Faze. Like, that's a pretty common angle for an AWP to look for the crack in the mid doors there. The fact he's even in that position where he's vulnerable to that against a double AWP setup, it just won't do.
I'd have to, and this is where you, Chad, some of the more analytical minds could probably nail it down faster. I have to look at why, but it seems like when Dust 2, when things start going wrong, you tend to get caught on angles frequently. It's one of those maps that there's a false sense of security maybe, where there's a very clear divide between CT territory and T.
Sure.
But when they peak, you just get wrecked.
It's certainly a confident-based map. If you're feeling like you're not finding your picks, you're getting completely destroyed all over the place, you're just trying to go around as a pack. You're trying to run these defaults, but it's just not working out at all. This is barely a strategy coming in from Faze Clan as Dupree helps himself to his 4th kill, looking for the get 1 kill, fall back, fall back, fall back, nail all your shots, and Faze just have no response for it. They need to screw the default up towards shore, Xbox smoke down. Let's just get an A execution in. Let's take away some of the vision from the AWPers. Let's drop some players down towards CT spawn. These at
least get through the mid doors. But we've seen Astralis play very passive when they know they're up against an eco. In a few rounds so far, and Glaive will take Olaf the rest of the way down.
So what's the play here? They have a couple of smokes. You're going to see those two towards CT spawn. One on top of the box, one towards the CT spawn area itself. Try and flash over towards B. That's about as exciting as it gets. They're hoping for a CTB, inquisitive towards middle here, but once again, find the advantage and just bury yourself towards a bomb site here. There are the two smokes we talked about, but still CT's firing off shots there. The bomb goes down. It's the organ that beat bomb site. We talked about how potent that can be. And once again, it's looking way too easy for Astralis here. One kill. That's the first in the game for Nico as it goes 1 and 9. Long spawn again. I think they're just going to take it, hope for the best. Olofmeister down towards the drop down. He hits the shot. It's so unfortunate it doesn't connect. Yeah,
that's frustrating. He did the right thing, and you can see they're still have the confidence to take those picks. I credit them for that, because as you say, it's very possible to just fall off completely. At least they have some initiative.
What is that?
This is ridiculous that he's that far forward. The amount of damage dealt already, but it is back to a 4-4. It's a bit of an overextension, given that it was a man advantage, and Device has to be extreme. Oh no, he's going to go. Oh, he has to be so careful. In this situation, Cold will be gifted another on a platter.
Yeah, a little bit overzealous there. The push from Magus was good, but now we've got Glaive ready and waiting. Olofmeister by himself, Matt.
That's equally as optimistic. I don't know what you hope for in that situation, especially pre-scoped. Doesn't even give himself a chance to flick. Is he just expecting that because someone pushed long, there's no one on the platform?
Yeah, this is a strange round from both sides here, but Nico, he's in a lot of trouble. He just walks in towards the tunnels. Dupree outpositions him once again. Under their skin at this point.
I'm going to call this the Vegas round. No one's playing with any information. No one knows what the dealer's hand is, and they're just gambling on every position they try and take.
I guess if you're Faze, nothing else is working. Trying to surprise them, present the unexpected. Rain, 1 and 9 as well. One of the star players usually on Dust 2. Can't find anything here at all. He'll just creep up alone towards the A side. He's punished for it. Cold Zero bring one back. 30 seconds and 11 HP. The bomb is on his back here, but how does he even get close towards the bomb site? He's got one smoke, and that's not really enough. They know exactly where he is. He hasn't got time to go back towards B. He has to commit off this one. He knows it. The HE will come through. That gives up his position now. Now they can both watch this like a hawk. One bullet from either weapon will do it. He'll flash over, jump across. It's a leap of faith in more ways than one. And is he still going to get away with this? How is he still alive?
The flash is the only thing that saves him. The fact that the smoke's there allows him to get away, but if not for the blindness, he was going down. 11 HP, jump shot, that'll do it. They knew he was low. Glaive finds a hat trick. Astralis finds their 10th, and Faze are held scoreless.
Oh, it's something, I suppose. The bomb goes down, but it's still going to be 10-0. The first plant, I believe. Indeed, and it's a scrappy one. It's hardly like it was a great execution, led to a post-plant situation. They were lucky to get that C4 planted. The jumping shot was always going to work out. It's one bullet, get a couple of chances of it when he's got the 4-second plant coming in.
Bomb plants of the game.
The entire game. And it wasn't even a promising one.
Neat.
So this is a pretty...
Has there ever been, I mean, obviously there's been 16-0s. Has there ever been a 16-0 without a single bomb plant? At a pro level, I'm sure in some matchmaking.
Two teams you'd consider to be in the top 5 right now, considering recent form, maybe not officially. But this is very underwhelming from Faze, and not the team you would expect to be playing like this. But I like this, though. Like we said, Xbox smoke down. Let's get up towards short. Let's start working together and start using that brutal aim we know they have. They get a bit of control here. They haven't lost an initial player. I say it too soon. It's Olofmeister again. No trade potential. Tries to battle towards middle, and he'll be the one that's dropped without really doing any damage whatsoever. It's going to be Dupree down to 81, but they'll fall back once again and wait for Faze to make their next move.
Shot out. Dupree tagged down to 15. Nico hit to 31, so they exchange damage both directions. Maybe they can give each other a call with the numbers later. Rain, I think goes a little deep, goes past him. We'll sit on catwalk with 76 HP. Nico's going to work that direction. Cold as well. Rocky looks like he's going to head there. The rest of his team doesn't want to be left out. So Glaive and Device, the two directly in A. Zipix, the swing, by the way, that's his staple on this map, is swinging from CT.
That one smoke, they know it's a fake. Every time Faze can commit towards middle B, they actually do the two smokes, right? One on top of the box, one towards CT spawn. That just tells me it's a fake straight away. Just that one smoke. They're ready and waiting. Look at Glaive. He knows this is coming. It's too obvious. It's telegraphed.
And Zipix is ready for a drop down as well. He's more than aware of that situation. You can see Glaive even peeks CT and goes, they're not even there. They have to be going toward Gandalf. They have to be working toward Device's AWP. He finds the first. Glaive knows he can walk out. You're right. They've read this lineup. Oh, look at the damage. It's symmetrical. He takes them both down to 13, but both are alive. And alive for only seconds longer. Another bomb plant, but another round for Astralis.
A desperate fake there from Faze. Didn't work out for them yesterday, but maybe this is the round they need. Yeah, they're just committing to it. And all else fails.
Dupree's already back in the door. Oh, everyone's blind, though.
They didn't look at it. They didn't catch him.
They looked at it, but they were blind and didn't see him, and that means the Magisk is going to be overlooked entirely. Had they have spotted him, very different situation, but timings. I don't know what you do at this point. What do you do?
When the B rush doesn't work, I don't know what to suggest.
Yeah, no, that is a good point. Olaf's gone quiet as well, and the rest haven't really gotten any louder. So it's not like there's less space for him. He's just not getting anything done. Faze equally so. Astralis have more rounds than anyone on Faze has kills.
Maybe giving a couple of kills away for free, especially towards long. That was Device, and he'll be taken down here. Finally, an opening pick for Faze. They normally convert these 5 versus 4, but they just don't have the firepower right now. Xyp9x certainly does. There's no spacing again, man. Why is one player committing to the corner and no one's there with him?
Yeah, and they had a good opening. I think Device gave them an opportunity. He was blinded, and instead of getting off the angle, he just thought, nah, I'll hold it.
Why not hold on to it, though? Slow it down. Let's go for an 8 pincer at this point. Use the 5-on-4. They just flash over once, and instead of, sure, Rain could go down, but you got to trade off it. No one's there with him.
To be fair, that's the first time, just to go back to the Device thing, that's the first time I've seen Astralis do something that seems overconfident.
Yes.
They've been playing very fundamental even with that, and they recovered from it. You're right, Faze gave it away, and now they'll have to slow the pace considerably. Xyp9x, meanwhile, is looking for information. Brock, he's going to have to be so careful. Smoke, flash.
That's it.
If he goes down, they have no utility to attack onto A. Xyp9x isn't going to push the whole way around because he doesn't want to be spotted by anyone potentially at the top of mid, which they now are. They weren't then, but they now are.
Well, that's all the utility gone. The smoke and the flash used towards middle. And that incendiary is everything. Broky can't even access towards the short position here. They're having to wait.
Second time they've used that. That's the same one they used on Nico. It covers both short and mid. And it lets them do this. Get position, set them up, and knock them down. You can't forget. If you've been around as a CS fan for as long as we have, or even, you know, the last 4 years, that TSM set the meta on this map. The core of that team is Astralis, and we're seeing why. This is being aggressive and assertive.
That's unreal. Just punishing the fact they have no utility. Look at the incendiary. He knows Xyp9x that they have to commit off this. There's 15 seconds remaining. Once they throw one Krieg here, and dupreeh hasn't missed many shots so far, and he hits that one as well. Rain down to 25 points of health. Do they just commit through the mid doors here? Glaive, he'll find him. It's the follow-up AG. Another tag comes in as Nico goes down to 15. This is just unrelenting from Astralis. Faze can't find a single point of access on any facet of the map.
Henry, what are you doing tonight?
Yeah, casting an absolute mauling of Faze, apparently.
No, but you know, after normally I wouldn't ask you that, but I think we're gonna have some time tonight.
We might
this
do.
Right? You know, we might have to get some dinner plans booked or something because it's gonna be early back to the hotel at this rate.
They're already dead. Let them have this round.
I don't think that's on the cards. 3 Kriegs, 2 ops. That's about as strong as it gets right now on a CT side. Coldzera, he'll at least win one back by getting Device. So a single op remains. dupreeh, by the way, second op. Not something we saw from the history of him, but he looks good on it so far, this map.
We did not see this Astralis in Copenhagen, I'll say that much. On home soil, they looked underwhelming. They were lackluster. A lack of firepower, strategic approach, but this has been a perfect game of CS. They're having some fun out there now. They're just pushing, toying with Faze almost at points, and at this point still a 4-on-4 and a distinct lack of utility once again. A couple of smokes, a couple of flashes, just waiting for more pushes to come in. You've got 30 seconds, Matt, with 0 map control. You're just going to walk out long at this point with a scout?
It's going to be a 2-2 split. At least they'll have numbers on their side,
as well,
but you're right. Glaive, easy with a Krieg. I don't understand why Olaf jumps on that. Didn't even give him time to reset for the aim, and Cold at least pulls one back, knows the others toward long, gets the angle. Krieg scoped in. Glaive doesn't have time to run all the way down long and avoid being peaked, but Cold just wants to stick the plant knowing that he's going to be hiding against the wall. That gives him time. Smart read. He's given himself a chance. Did the flash come in before he spotted the player at CT or not? Yes, it did. Because now he's able to know that dupreeh is working in behind. He's trying to isolate this down to a one-on-one and 2 one-on-ones, as it would be. But dupreeh is brilliant. He makes sure he doesn't overcommit to the peak. He knows that Xyp9x is going to look for more.
What we go ahead?
Run for Rain. So peek on Cat, given that the smoke's still down. I'd be curious if you were back by the tank. Oh, dupreeh finds Cold. Suicide. Watch out because there's still a gap. Nico, don't walk into that blindly. I'd be curious if you were back by the tank with that run boost. If you go over the top of the smoke, hang on! dupreeh hits 22 and 4 at the end of the first half. Whether it'll be 15-0 or 14-1, still up for debate, given that Faze is down a man.
There we go.
You might lean towards the former, but they've changed it because Rain gets Device. That opens up catwalk for them. Only one player left over on the A site that can actually slow them down, but Xyp9x through a smoke is going to creep back up onto the ramp, and Glaive is doing exactly what he needs to. Rain pulls one back. Bomb waits at long. 29 seconds, and Glaive knows there's a chance they can still get to long, so he'll play the box instead, but he has to cover both angles because they just can't see it. Olaf's missed.
Got to hit
Glaive's
this.
on the ramp, though. He knows he's there. And the problem is that Glaive has no support, so Magisk is locked in. This is their best chance yet. Yes, oh, dropped the ball! He dropped the ball, Magisk! He turns and catches them! He knew exactly where they were!
Get him out of here to 15-0. Astralis complete the perfect run on Dust 2. Gonna be a difficult one to recover. I guess it's so bad at this point that you just gotta let it go. It doesn't matter what the scoreline is. If you lose the map 16-14 or 16-0, the result remains the same. Either way, we're getting to this pistol. I think we all know at this point, if you don't win this on the Faze side, you are out of this map. And it's just a matter of time, I would say, before Astralis closes this one out. As Device waits for the aggression here. Will he get the opening pick? He'll get a little bit of damage in, but not quite take down Olofmeister, who still battles towards those long doors.
Olaf, good shots. Starts it off with Xyp9x going down. They got the first kill in the first pistol. Well, Device will get it back immediately.
I guess at this point, trying to avoid a 16-0, that's something. Like, that would be pretty historic. We don't see many of those these days, especially at this level.
You mentioned if you don't laugh, you'll cry. I'll go back to Cold laughing. It's actually a bit of relief for me to see that, because
yes,
I know that there's some tilting, mentality sometimes within Faze. Certainly, Yanko's a pretty strong personality. Cold, the same thing. Nico, they've been around enough to know that they can brush this off, but if you don't, you're gonna have a bigger problem in the next map. So at least laughing it off does mean that they can reset potentially for map number 2, which we might have very soon. Not if Rain has anything to say about it. Covering off door cross. Glaive's gonna go one-on-one with him. Device is the one that has the bomb. He's already gotten by, so he can go for the plant. Rain identifies that, but they don't need to peek him anymore. They need to let the bomb do the talking and pull the CTs toward them. In doing so, Nico's gonna head in on the flank, which Glaive is watching. Rain will get Dupree. Nico will get Glaive. Now they've got a chance. Device on 28. The shutout on his shoulders, and he knows that they're coming in. They know both directions. Tries to find the headshots, finds one. Now he can just play the time. Not the HP advantage. 2 boxes to get by Nico. And Device does it in a clutch in style, and 16-0 on a stage at an IEM event. Part of the Grand Slam. That's a statement.
How has he pulled off that last round? Sure, not the most exciting scoreline, but you've got to respect that. Astralis look like world beaters right now. Smiles on the faces of Faze. It's good to see they're not tilting. You're absolutely right there, Matt. Goes back to what I just said. 16-0, 16-14, doesn't matter.
In this event has been rather T-sided, and I think that may have to do with Kriegs, or maybe just the teams that are playing it.
Well, there was no...
It's certainly one option that Astralis can bring to the table. The smoke goes down, they are through the door, and inside of the vent. The bomb, however, in Xyp9x's hands, was the last one down. It did make it, but just barely. I thought for a moment that he was going to get caught as they started to bring the attention toward the door. Ramp. 3 players there. Nico went back toward lobby. I thought maybe he would just take with his 2 teammates back toward the lower site directly, but he wants to try and catch out a flank, a rotation, a lurk, and it's actually potentially going to be, well, I was going to say Xyp9x that he found, but costly because he's late now getting back to it. Glaive's the one up above, excuse me. Nonetheless, Magisk inside of the vents. He gets taken down in the exact second that happened. Dupree found Brokey, and Coldzera got Dupree a chance now for the first round in this series for Faze. They haven't got a kit, but they're on the defuse, and they've got Xyp9x at the door. There should be just enough time. No, they're off it. They're off it. They are off it. Astralis is going to go 17-0 to start this series, even with 3 players left alive.
It was Brokey that had the kit. They are masters at winning the second round force buy, but it's so difficult on the CT side of Nuke. A ramp rush doesn't normally work out, to be fair with you, and we'll see whether that nade will connect. Xyp9x already low. He'll take a bit more damage, but they have broken through towards the ramp.
Brokey desperate to get back inside the doors before they arrive, gets himself an angle with the scout towards the entrance of the site. Molotov's going to go deep. He just barely beats the spread of the flames, but he will not beat Device, who chased it. Forced him back into the corner. He thought he was safe. Didn't realize with the noise and chaos that Device was hot on his heels. Dupree at the open door with the smoke down. Nearly got a chance to find Rain. Low HP for both Xyp9x and Glaive. Just to note as well, they're behind the silo for Xyp9x, so he's got safety. He'll play off his teammates.
That smoke is brutal towards the steps there. They got 1 kit once again, and with the bomb down, it's already a halfway. You might as well just fall back, and that's what Faze will have to do here. They'll get another chance at the force buy in the next round with these 4 saved weapons. It's going to be Deagles, Scouts, and a UMP, but still another successful round there. Not dropping a single player. Astralis took 2 tags with the Scout at the start. It was looking like there was something there for Faze, but still, it's going to be 2-0 for Astralis here, continuing their perfect run. It's now going to be 18-0 over both maps.
It's absolutely true. It's not
great. This time heading towards outside with the smokes here. Olofmeister towards main entrance, looking to take anyone down towards Squeaky Door. He's starting to flames, and Zipex will finish things off there. Lovely shot with the Mac 10, and he does significant damage towards Rain as well.
Tag down to 53 Device, but Glaive, good timing on the flank. He's going to follow it up, find Rain as well. Yeah, I know there's no guns. We're still sitting and waiting for Faze to bring out the weapons, but even still, it's great positioning and awareness from Glaive. Nico will at least pull back onto him. But a bomb plant already, just the man advantage, but they seem content to chase, and they know exactly where the two remaining players are.
They might as well, right? They've got these Mac 10s at this point. It's still going to farm money. You wanted to remove absolutely everything, especially the armor from Faze. Make sure they have to really invest into that next round. Nico hitting some stunning shots here, but still, Astralis still forcing that issue. They've confirmed the round of this one. It is going to be a 3-0 start for them. A UMP and a Mac 10 to defend. Nico already have 2 kills. He'll have a UMP, which is viable on a gun round, so might as well hold on to that. The hunt has ceased. And at this point, the bomb will be exploding. We'll see Nico. Will he be able to find another frag here? Might be a chance towards Magus, but we'll see them scamper away. And it's going to be a clean start here for Astralis on the T side. Now, you would say 3-0. They're pretty much happy with this. They've got a great start here on the T side of Nuke. 5 rounds is enough to operate with on the T side. So
he's hitting shots. That's more kills than he had some 9 rounds into the...
Yeah, he was 1 of 9.
First game. In fact, kills right now favor Nico and Olaf. They're both on 3. Magisk tops the scoreboard with 0, but it's bomb plants that put him at 9 points overall. Look at Glaive already downstairs. It's not like Astralis have won this game on kills, I guess is the point. But Glaive, great position. They don't even know it, ramp. They've got no idea. He's going to sneak out. This is a kill, if not 2. First one's done. Player on ramp can't go for the drop and refrag. He's got to hold his nerve, and that's exactly what Brokey does. But yesterday, he didn't have a lot of pressure on him. In this position today, he will, and he stands up to it. They didn't expect the second man.
You're absolutely right there. They went through towards the ramp, and Brokey holds his nerve. That was surprising. Where's the communication that a player went down towards the fence? Both of them fixated towards the ramp from itself, not even aware the flank could be coming through, but still, it's a 4 versus 2 as Rain to open things up towards the Squeaky Door. They've got to convert this round. There's still a buy available for Astralis to give this one up. At this point, just causing financial damage would be enough. Glaive still waits towards lower, and here comes Device. He goes down. Glaive now, all he can really do is look for headshots, and Faze to be very careful. They can't afford to give any more kills away. First round coming in for Faze. There it is.
Look at Yanko. He's loving it. They're on the board, I think. Have some fun about it, but now get focused because he might have expected that it was clean, and the 2 players walked in, checked the off angle rather than on the ramp itself. That gave them the 2 kills they needed, as you can look back at it, to win out the round. Man, that's a workout just to get to the wall. So, yeah, made it the hard way. But Glaive stayed home to prepare. Part of that would be watching the other games that they wouldn't have been able to do so had they all gone. So good for him. And as the reason I say that is because if he saw the games yesterday, he would know that Nico was playing that position behind the smoke. Probably why they started to spam into it in that round.
Well, for now,
or this round, I should say.
Yeah, 4 on 4. Brokey aware of the possibility of lower this time. Eyes towards that position. Cold Zero at the Krieg on the CT side here. Same story for Rain as Astralis posture towards the lobby. They still have only actually 1 smoke and a couple of flashbangs here as Device with his AWP works towards lower. Much slower pacing this time. They're running out of time. 30 seconds remain. And what's the final commitment here? Down the vents.
Oh, that's your teammate.
Come on.
Perhaps he's just expecting they're going to get through at this point, but either way, they've got the man advantage. Again, Zipex, however, pulls that back. They're in the lower sight. Olaf desperate to try and pull him back with the AWP. We'll switch over to the AK. Close plant for Dupree. He was not in any position to be spotted out by a player at ramp. And Olaf's going to hold. He's got to buy some time for his teammates to get into position. All 3, 1 approach, 2 doors to get through. Dupree watches the right side. Device from the doors watches the left, and Zipex has the hallways behind, but Dupree's going to get the information. They're all there. Oh, this is perfect. They're not going to expect at all that a player is pushing through the windows, but it's the AWP. Device can't afford to go through and miss the shot. It's going to come to a one-on-one. AWP, and Cold's even anticipating that he might be behind that smoke because he's not peeked from anywhere else. Oh, I think he knows. He absolutely knows. Tag in from a pistol. He just wants to keep him off the bomb. Device has to stay alive. There's not enough time. Astralis will get there 4th.
Cold Zero will save the AWP, but it's a difficult round for them to digest. It goes 4-1, and here comes the upper rush. It's the Mac 10 leading the charge here. Rain's got his work cut out for him. Cold Zero will join him. They're not looking in the right position at all. 2 players go down. The smokes have plumed, and that might be the round in itself. It's done.
Yeah, it is. Magisk comes in running and gunning with the MAC-10 just in case anyone was up close, but they've got to save again. Olaf takes the off.
On the Astralis side, they've only given up 1 round in 2 maps so far as we head into round number 7. Trying to take down all of the Faze players on their way. Glaive will take down Nico, Olofmeister and Brokey. Clutch onto their weapons here. It's going to be the Orb and the Krieg save, but still, at this stage, we get into round number 7. Can they find some form? Olaf goes towards outside, but the flashes and the flames are coming through. Smokes have been deployed. He has to go with his opening pick, but it doesn't work out for him. Glaive, just a master of the outside area, takes down the Orb straight away there. We're in the first few seconds of the round. There's no backup. It was an audacious play from Olofmeister. He needed to find that pick, and he gets nothing for it. Nico now, known to play towards the main entrance. He'll fall back. coldzera looking to back things up as well. He's towards heaven. Is there any sort of reactive play here from the CTs? There's not really much they can do.
Just to note, even at a 1-5 scoreline, Cold and Nico lead the way for frags.
On the server in general?
Yes.
That is a weird stat considering this could potentially be 6-1 against them.
Yeah, and it's very different than Dust 2 where they didn't get any kills at all. They're still finding frags. They just aren't getting rounds. And to that end, it's been 5 bomb detonations that have won these rounds. Keep in mind the pistol, 3 of them were surviving. At the end, they actually won the kill total by 5-2 in that round. Brokey, that's a little better. He'll shut down both Device and Dupree. It's been the bombs for Astralis that's been winning this out. 0 kills, by the way, from Magisk still, and he's been the planter in most cases. This time he's going to have to try and recover. Xyp9x will give him the access back to it by finding a kill through Speedway, and it's Glaive that's inside of the vents down below. Presumably that means they will go back toward the ramp. Rain could catch them, but it's an MP9. He doesn't have the range to catch off the bomb jumping down.
And that's valuable information now for Astralis. They know at least 1 player is in towards the lobby. They might as well try and... Oh, this is so good from Glaive. They can't even drop down there now. What's their point of access? How do they get towards the lower bomb side? They have to go all the way around Secret. He's got 2 kills at Heaven. You know, lower, you can confirm that. It's normally Olofmeister and Brokey towards ramp right, if ever. And at that point, you've taken on Olofmeister, Brokey's towards heaven.
It's less and less likely they do. They're wrapping around onto main instead. Run boost, interesting. Olaf's not going to be spotted from it. They've actually failed it in the first attempt.
Oh, I like that.
It was a good run boost. They mistimed the flash, however. Yeah. Glaive landed blind. So if Olaf were out on the scaffolding on the catwalk, he might have been able to capitalize. Misses the shot to Big Garage, and that actually confirms they have outside.
Yeah, he had to hit that one. His orb isn't looking as good as it has done the rest of this tournament. That was a big kill to pick up there. Still a 5-4. Lies in the favor of Astralis as they make their way towards upper by the looks of things. Olaf's actually dropped down at this point.
It's the first time I've seen anything falter in terms of execution from Astralis. A failed run boost and mistiming the flash, and still they can't take advantage of a team kill, however. So call it a 1-1. An even trade. Hold.
Oh, come on.
That would have been it. That would have given them ramp and at least pinched in.
How does Olaf get up?
That's incredible because they take ramp room. You'd presume they're going to go lower. The fact that they also had information from upper, you're right, they go back. It's the same as the last round, only in reverse. There's no way back up.
They're done. It's another round they have to save the orb for the 4th time now. They're just getting locked out. Every time they try and rotate, they try and adapt to what's being presented to them. They're getting shut out, and it's just perfect calls from Astralis here.
Magisk is, well, okay, that way to ruin the point, man.
They're going to certainly hunt this down. There it is. It's a clean sweep this time. Oh, this is just abysmal now if you're a Faze fan. No utility to speak of, really. Olofmeister trying to be active once again. That's all it kills. This time it connects. 5-4.
Just missed on Magisk as well with the wallbang attempt, but that a little better. Get the op and get aggressive. Shotgun for Rain. We know exactly what that means and where he would want to play. He's going to be on top of the huts. Rotations become difficult if it's outside of the vents. You can certainly get downstairs quick enough and still close distance, but once they're inside sights, once they're able to hold angles, that shotgun becomes less and less viable. Very slow reaction from Nico. Almost wondering if he was glancing at a radar.
There we go.
He gets one back. Bit of a sloppy spray, but he had the angle and the awareness. He'll take down Glaive.
Got to pick up this round. They got the opening pick. They still have the advantage here, but it's the lower bomb side. They're thorn in their side once again. Brokey's having to watch ramp and lower at this point.
3 CT still upstairs. Yeah. This split radar gives you great perspective of that situation.
It's Glaive that's been in the bench so often, right? He's been taken down, but now he's Olofmeister that doesn't even want to go down there.
Yeah, that's a massive placebo effect because they aren't watching it, and they've rotated 3 back to ramp as a result, waiting for those 3 to strike in order to get down, and it's Olaf that will go, but he's got an AWP to go against Device, who has the same, and he's already taken him out of the equation.
Oh,
Look at the Krieg go, Magisk, Device, everyone's shutting out
They're getting opening kills, but then it all falls apart. As they go towards lower device, this guarantees that shot. Olofmeister can do nothing. He needs to stop buying the orb. It's not working. Get the 5 rifles out. You know, Olofmeister.
Just to note, it is the first time we've seen an op, or a player for that matter, inside of the secret position. Remember yesterday, Nico behind the smoke, the bait and switch maneuver that he got?
Yeah, that was great.
Where's more of that? Where's getting position and taking control? Nico this time's going to be spraying into the smoke, but he's a little bit early. And Olaf's going to be forced out by Flames any second, or at least I would have expected. They're going to walk straight into this. Device, clever, uses the smoke to get closer. But perhaps that Molotov was the better decision. That's why Device wanted it, though. He wanted the fast drop on the op, and Olaf is ready. He can't hit the first. They bait out the shot. He's forced further back, and he knows they're on his heels. He's still going to turn. Can't find it. No scope. Doesn't matter, Device. He hits it on the Deagle instead. And now the double op becomes questionable because the first one's already down. And Brokey's got to go inside of the back corner with his nearly got gifted one toward Toxic. You heard the door open. No counter peek as of yet from Control, but you're right. Once the angles became overwhelming, they knew where he was. Simple to take him down.
Well, look, they've got no one towards lower. This is the same problem again. And you had Brokey there, one of the most promising riflers in CSGO right now. He's on the AWP, down towards lower, just completely isolated up against the Krieg at this point. Look at the damage that's inflicted there.
Smart.
Magus just peppers him, drops the flashbang. Device is watching the rear. And have they got kits? No, they haven't. It's another impossible round for Faze. I don't like this call of the AWPs. Get rid of them. Let's get these rifles out. As they go for the retake still, they have to fall back map. And they don't pick up the orb. It's not working. Back they go. 10-1.
Just can't get anything going, and you have to double off in that situation, especially. You give Brokey a rifle, you might give him a chance. Olaf as well, but I won't fault teams for putting an op in that position. That's a common spot for an op, so that one I can pass.
In the context of what we've seen so far, and you're getting pulled around the map, and the rotations aren't working, you're not really winning your duels. Let's just get crossfires and bomb sites. Let's just get... It's not the game we expected at all. This is built to be one of the games of the tournament. Upper rush coming through. Decent. Incendiary. Lots of damage inflicted, but no kills just yet. There it is now. We're off.
That's what they needed, though. That's going to help them close the round, or is it? Because they've already got a kill back in return, and they struggle to follow it up as well. Cold only gets one, and then a flash comes through. Nico, he's got to be swift. He can't find more than one. He had to. Down to Olaf. The damage was there, but not the kill. Olaf nearly caught with a knife in hand.
Well, they know exactly where he is now. How does he win this? No kit again, AWP.
Surely
even though they're low HP, it doesn't matter.
Surely he doesn't expect they've gone lower. He's spotted, and they've already gained uppers. Olaf saving.
He has to. Again, can't even think about retake, even though they're even 1 HP. Glaive has spotted him. I don't think he'll get the kill, though. Olofmeister should be able to take him down. He knows he'll be hunting at this point, but that orb's been saved, what, 5 times now? And the bomb goes off. Feels like the 2-0 is written all over the wall here. They get maximum loss bonus again with the AWP save, but that's again FAMAS's, SMGs.
It certainly is. 100 Thieves. Better be watching attentively. Likeliness in a best of 5 that Nuke will be in there. Vertigo perhaps is the ban. It might sneak through. That's a touchdown. Remember what I said about these smokes?
Yep.
Far too predictable. Glaive clearly saw that yesterday. He knows what Nico... Molotov naded and spammed. Yeah, you're not going to play there today, Nico. It's not going to happen.
You're dead on. Well, spotted. Oh, luckily Device doesn't connect. That's the first time I think he's missed so far, but 2 kills come out of nowhere. It's a 4 versus 2, and they know Olofmeister's towards outside. Brokey has been the only shining beacon here for Faze. He has been strong towards ramp, but now they know where Olaf is, they know where Brokey is. Presumably, let's go towards upper and plant, but the bomb is down. Oh, missed shot from Olaf. Like, this isn't working out for him. And that's another clean round. That was a forced buy, essentially, with the saved AWP. Technically, they have to take a partial buy here with the CZs, but every gun round they've had an AWP. I feel like that is something they've got to look at in the future. Nico, same approach, sitting in the smoke.
Slightly different, though, because he goes forward of the box, and it's not a wide smoke, so they were already pre-committed to going outside, and Nico actually gets the position. Now you can see how the play is meant to unfold. So Astralis got caught off that time by it. Slight variation, and... now Brokey just going to try and hold out the ramp. Good find, drops down. Magiska last alive, 1 on 5, and he's dropped. That's the most convincing round from Faze all series so far, and it's only their 2nd round of it.
Well, there we have it. It's 13-2. What a difference a week makes, apparently. Now we find ourselves after a 16-0 on Dust 2. They're now 13-2 up as they switch over to their CT side. Glaive's enjoying himself as we get into this one. And well, off we go then.
Dupree inside of the main doorway. His teammate already dropping down the vents behind him. Glaive will watch the lower guard. Magisk, he from Rafters covers off the main door. That lets Dupree look back towards Squeaky. First shot for him, successful, and they'll shut the door in Brocky's face. Yes, after you, no, after me. Oh, after Dupree, Brocky down with a shot to the dome as Nico heal him back, but they continue to fall shy.
I love it. Well, that's the piss around confirmed. They can't even get through the Squeaky door. Oh no, not like that. At least let them leave with some dignity here. Glaive just locking the door, slamming it in their face. You're not going to let them through. Oh, that's great stuff. Oh, that's got to be it now, unfortunately. 14-2. They have to force buy in that second round. Deagles and Scouts, difficult to make this work on Nuke, but very easy for Dupree in the pistol round. He's just given, so much space here. Nails the shots. Nico got one.
Maybe he wants to try and redeem them. Glaive's already outside on the stairs, catches off Cold, but not before he found Device. That's why he had the information and the goal to peek. So the force naturally comes out from Faze. What other choice do they have? Fastest semi-final in IEM history? I don't know if I could say that with confidence, but it's definitely a candidate.
It's up there. Oh, well then, what can they do with this? A couple of smokes, flashbang, but 2 Deagles and a Scout. If they had significant weapons here, maybe recovered a rifle, you'd say there's a chance, but I guess with Zipex with the MP9, he might not be able to get both of these kills. Brokey, very good with the pistol. Makes his way in. There we go, nice shot. Still a lot of work to do here, but they have got time to work with. There we go, dry
mid-air. The blue plate special. And Olaf's going to pursue with confidence into the next kill, but Glaive has the rifle and is ready. Dupree, the only teammate he has, is standing right behind him, but through the door, he's tagged. Dupree gone, Glaive weakened. Has 3, needs a 4th. Rain's going to actually back off smartly so and head toward upper, but as we saw, Glaive is 1 step ahead. He's already inside of the vents. He knows as well that it's likely he'll go toward the heaven position. How smart, how perfect. Knows that he's done damage. Oh, I thought he was going to miss the pallet when he dropped down. Doesn't even matter. Glaive's just toying with him.
Oh, did it created there. My God. At this point, has to be the force buy from Faze, of course, and only 13 rounds in a row just to take us to overtime on the T side of Nuke. It was a jumping shot, completely mid-air. Even with that luck, it doesn't work out.
Conversation mid-round, by the way, was Olaf, WTF. Magisk, damn, bro. Olaf, haha. Magisk, I was screaming, Olaf, same, bro. Even they couldn't believe it.
Well, the first pick comes in. Could be our final round to this semi-final. Has lasted about 35 minutes, but I think we'll see if Dupree can close things out right here, right now. 5 versus 3 looks to be the case. Maybe a little bit too aggressive on Device, but they've got a massive advantage here. And Brokey again with the Deagle. He's done well individually, but that's not quite enough.
Device is going to open up his angle outside, play off the small garage. Careful of that shoulder. Chad would say that's a right-eyed peek. He's got no problem with it, but Cold's going to trade out the kill against Nico either way. Brokey has picked up a shotgun.
Something.
That's basically what I was looking for too, something.
All right then, 50 seconds. Cold 0, 39 HP. I think everyone's starting to pack up the peripherals at this point. The crowd is starting to leave. It looks like we might be coming to our logical conclusion here. It's the penultimate frag. Here it comes, 16-0. Evolves to 16-2. Brokey is looking for a consolation frag here. Not going to happen. And what a dominating performance that is. One of the world's best. It's Astralis. A statement performance there, Matt.
Yeah, and a team that has won a Grand Slam, they don't have a victory in this cycle. Well, they're on the way to one potentially now. 100 Thieves awaits them tomorrow, a best of 5. But as much as that's a storyline, Faze not being here is another, because today they just were not on this stage.
Well, Astralis are yet to drop a single map at this tournament. That's a 6-0 run for them now. If they keep that up, God help 100 Thieves, because that will look pretty unstoppable to me.
Not much more to say. Experts are ready. I don't know what they'll say either, but they're standing by. We'll go over to Stunna and the desk.
Yeah, I'm going to let this one fester just a little bit as this crowd rallies behind that of Astralis. Of course,